So, Operation Harsh Doorstop, if you are watching this video, is extremely likely you've already heard of it. If you haven't, it's a free-to-play first-person shooter, which actually, I don't think it's half bad. I know that there are many people who have played this game and don't see the point of it. Like, yeah, it's understandable, but I do not agree with you, if that's you, or that group of people, you know. It is a free game, which I think is really good. Like, there are not many games that you can get on Steam or any other service for that matter, where you can get a game of this quality for free. So for a free game, it is leaps and bounds ahead of what most people would think it is. I've got loads of things to say about this game, both good and bad. Mostly good, but there are a few things which, I mean, I personally have never had an experience with making a game. So anything that I say is basically a load of shit. Don't listen to what I say. But if there's no one interested in anyone's opinion, I'm not going to bullshit you. So let's go. One criticism of this game, I don't have many, but there are a few which just bugs me a little bit about the game. One is the movement of your player in this game, or you in this game. You'll see it in this video. It happens a lot. Some of the movement, to say the least, is baffling. It's baffling. But when you're vaulting over obstacles, sometimes it's amazing, and you glide straight over. There are other times you stand there spamming space, and you know it's fucking shite, to be honest. I know it's a tactical shooter. I'm not expecting everyone to be able to backflip off of things, you know, but I would at least hope that it would be a bit smoother just getting from one place to another. So this is why the movement does let it down a bit. I feel like there's not a lot of motivation to play the game. Like, it's good if you just want to chill for a bit on a game that, you know, it does work as a very good military simulator, but due to the lack of progression within the game, I feel like sometimes you think, fuck, I'd much rather go and play this or that, purely because after a while it'll be like, okay, I've played the same mission 200 times, the exact same glitches are happening, I haven't won anything. And no, I'm not saying, ooh, put a fucking battle pass in, because I personally think battle passes are fucking shit. Like, I think I would just prefer something to work towards when playing this game. When I've been playing this game, I know that I can't play for longer than an hour, for example, an hour, 2 hours, because don't get me wrong, it does do a really good job as a military simulator. But after that, you're doing the same couple maps, using the same weapons, getting killed by the same people, and getting fucking modded a lot. So I do think that something to work towards would stop me getting so bored so quickly, to put it bluntly. Overall, I can't say anything bad about the gameplay. It is a free game on Steam, and so far, from what I've seen, the gameplay is actually very good. The gunplay, for example, is brilliant. Like, it's on par with games like Arma and all sorts of mil-sim games. So I can't say anything bad about that aspect of this game whatsoever. Some slight issues which you'll see in this video, because it does happen a lot, especially when playing on multiplayer, is, you know, switching between weapons and all that. Sometimes it gets a bit confusing, and linking back to the movement earlier, it's just like, it just gets a bit clunky sometimes, but you know, you get there eventually. It's not like in COD, you're jumping around corners, clearing out buildings. You don't need to quickly switch to stuff. So yeah, nothing to say really poor about the gameplay. Obviously, it's not 100% there, it's not as refined as you'd want, but it is a free game. What are you going to ask for other than a clean-ish game that can run? And I mean, it does run fucking well, I should say. One amazing aspect of this game, and no doubt probably the best part of this game, is the compatibility with the Steam Workshop. There is no other game that I've seen that has encapsulated Steam Workshop and used it to its full potential as well as Operation Harsh Doorstop has. The fact that there are absolutely millions and millions of cosmetic, actual gameplay implementations that you could use and improve your game. I've seen nothing else like it apart from Operation Harsh Doorstop, I will say that. There's an example that I've got on screen now. I'm not even a big fan of Star Wars personally, but even I can appreciate the extent that somebody has gone to in the community to make a full map, full character models and weapons which can be used in-game. And that is pretty amazing to think about. So who needs Star Wars Battlefront when you've got Operation Harsh Doorstop? That's all I'll say about that. The multiplayer is the reason most people will come to this game and play this game. Not many people will be interested in hopping onto the single player. It's the multiplayer where people will want to be at, which is understandable, you know, if that's a good multiplayer game. The multiplayer, it's meh, it's good, it's alright, you know. I will, as a quick disclaimer, most of the clips I use apart from this one right now is single player. Because when I tried to play multiplayer, a lot of the time, stuff like this happened. So as you can see, as with any game, there are always, like, you know, there are going to be wankers who play the game. Modders, hackers, and twats. Operation Harsh Doorstop is no exception to any of these types of players. The reason for a lot of these issues in the multiplayer would be down to the lack of anti-cheat. That is one thing which I would say the multiplayer definitely needs a good hard look at. From the clips before, you can clearly see that there is some kind of issue with anti-cheat. But I think overall the multiplayer is still a good platform for this game. I will say one thing is that it balances very well in terms of whether you want to just be a solo player, hop on however long you want to do it for. It does it very well because you can just be on your own. You have got the local squad chat if you want to, but also it supports it very well if you are a group of 5, you got 5 of your mates online and you want to quickly play some games. You can be very tactical, or you can be as chill as you want. It doesn't force you to be overly tactical. So yeah, that was my brutally honest review of Operation Harsh Doorstop. Overall, taking all these factors into consideration, I would give this game an easy 8.43 out of 10. I would certainly recommend it because it's free, why not? You know, you're mental if you're not at least giving this game a try. Anyway, yeah, I've spoken for way too long. Thank you for listening to my shitty opinion. I'll say bye-bye.